Hello again, Chessa from Ever Active Schools, back with another Mindful Movement Monday to inspire you to hashtag DPA every day. Today, we're featuring an activity from our Social and Emotional Shuffle resource. If you have this resource handy, you can use it to play, but you can also just make your own emotions cards for your purposes. The activity is called Find Your Spot. Find Your Spot is an opportunity to actively express, reflect, discuss on what emotions come up for us in different scenarios. I'm going to be describing an indoor version of this activity that you can play, and then my colleague Scott will be taking over with an outdoor version of this activity. This activity is best played with 2 or more players. It's a little bit tough to play on your own, but if you have 2 or more people, you're all set. As always, challenge by choice, so make sure that you adapt this to best suit your needs and your space and your context. To start, we set out spots or different emotions around our playing space. So selecting anywhere from about 4 to 12 emotions. For the indoor version, I'm going to place those emotions up around my room. I can put them up on the wall. I can put them on the floor. I've selected 8 cards. Disappointed, sad, calm, hopeful, happy, brave, overwhelmed, and jealous. So representing a spectrum of emotions. Obviously not everything's represented there, but we've got a good spectrum. Once the players are ready and the space is organized, the first player is going to take a moment to describe a scenario. So it can be simple, it can be a little bit more complicated. An example would be, your favorite sweater is missing. Then we give all the players a moment to find the spot or the emotion that best represents how they're feeling in that. Once everyone's organized and situated themselves in their spot, take a moment to discuss. Do we feel the same? Do we feel differently? Why do we feel that way? And just take a moment to reflect on, even though we described the same scenario, we might have differing feelings about that scenario. Then the next person can give a scenario. So it might be something like the doorbell rings, you open it up, and there is a surprise delivery addressed to you. How would that make you feel? I know that would make me feel pretty happy. Then you can just take a moment to reflect and move on, playing for as long as you like. Maybe the situations or the scenarios get a little bit more complex as the players get more comfortable in the game and have some time to think about their personal experience and share that with the other players.
Hi, I'm Scott with Ever Active Schools, and I'm here with an outdoor twist on Find Your Spot using the Social and Emotional Shuffle cards. We're out on the sidewalk and we're going to call it Move to Your Spot. So using a game like Find or Move to Your Spot and the Social and Emotional Shuffle builds our social and emotional learning skills of self-awareness and social awareness. I've picked some of the emotions cards from the Social and Emotional Shuffle resource, and now I've set those out along the walking path. This is something that you could set up for yourself, for your family, or out in your neighborhood. We're going to ask a couple questions, and you've got some options for how you're going to move to your answer. Question number 1, when I'm asked to help someone else, I feel. There's a nice relaxed little shuffle to my spot for question number 1. When someone asks me to help, I definitely do feel relaxed. For me, that's my comfort zone as a teacher and someone who really likes working with others. Let's go on to question number 2. When I need to ask for help, I feel. Anxious is the emotion for me in this scenario. So there's a couple little demos. It'd be cool to see you set up a pathway like this in your neighborhood or out on the schoolyard. Have fun out there on Mindful Movement Monday, and thanks for joining us for DPA every day.